It's week 4 of the NFL.
I hope we can come
next is Xavier
out of this 0-3
He
slump.
got the QB not once, but twice last week with a pair of interceptions. It's the Dolphins and the Bengals on Thursday night primetime.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. Tonight it's on to week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals.
I don't think we're going to be able to beat them, but we'll try.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Well, the Vikings are definitely not making playoffs.
Ball is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. From the 10.
Buffalo's 3-0, wow.
Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
See if we can get something going, I guess.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown. And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To Edmonds on the toss. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This defense for the Bengals, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets. I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game. Ended up getting 4 sacks total. And step up and put the receivers downhill. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati's offense takes the field and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year. A man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow. And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception. But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right? If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game. Escaping the pressure right. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 25 yards that time. Here we go. Now Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Burrow. Got a man over the middle. It's
Come on,
Williams.
defense.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Now it's Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Morgan. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They go play action with Burrow. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Wow.
A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. They got it done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And now off to the races down the right side. And
Let's go. Let's go.
Touchdown, Miami. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Right?
From just shy of midfield, Burrow. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie. And they start 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 31, Tua. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete.
Damn it.
He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Looking to pass. Tua. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Going to the air. Tagovailoa.
Oh.
He's got it. Touchdown,
Wow.
Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it, a good way to think. maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Already, he's top 50 receiving yards in this first quarter. And he's got a first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know,
and he's free down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with the W.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Gesicki hauling in the quick throw. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Dolphins had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run with Edmonds again. About 3 yards there to the 27. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now a give to Edmonds. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Tua sets up to pass it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is now 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken in at the 3. The Bengals getting set to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
11, 12, 11, Thomas.
And they go play action now. Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down.
11 MT,
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Here's Burrow. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end, Sample. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal. They nearly had the touchdown, but he's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Thomas, 11 MT.
Mixon diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Chase Edmonds and the Dolphins taking over on offense once again. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to
Hills hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play.
So that would overturn. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll run on first down. Edmonds. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. From the 41, Tua finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback had. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
Liam Eichenberg, second-round pick in 2021 for Notre Dame, the guilty party. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He is going to find Hill here. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one good for 24 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Edmonds. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Touchdown, Dolphins! Cedric Wilson from 8 yards out as they have taken the lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
On 2nd and 10. Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So now the Cincinnati native, also former Bearcat, and now a Bengal, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And this will be taken at the 13. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Dolphin football. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Personal foul. Unnecessary run. Defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say in the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Cedric Wilson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 30 on second down, Burrow.
Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon.
Hey, we're good.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
11.
Now Burrow.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
12, 11, empty, stop.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
Steps away to his left.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And Burrow going to throw again. It's complete to Williams. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. Burrow will throw. That's complete to the tight end Sample.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Here we go.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, Charles, thanks very much. Welcome in, everybody, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's take a look at what we've got on tap as we wrap up the first quarter of the NFL season. Some great games coming up this weekend. The first one, a game in the NFL's International Series. The Minnesota Vikings taking on New Orleans. Set your alarms for that one, though. 9:30 a.m. Eastern, 6:30 a.m. Pacific. Later in the afternoon, a lot of the country will be watching the game at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it'll be the Packers taking on the New England Patriots. Then on Sunday night, the one everyone's talking about, the Chiefs and Bucks, the Super Bowl 55 rematch. Do not miss that one. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Miami in that first half. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here we go. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. Now it's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Morgan. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
That's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. On the move past the 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
11 empty.
Mixing up the middle. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Here we go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
11.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. They'll give it to Mixon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Here we go.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
12, 11, empty. 11.
Mixon trying to punch it in. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? And to me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
From the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll start things out by handing to Edmonds. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Second down and another run with Edmonds. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's a slant to Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
On the carry, it's Edmonds. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 64 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Back to the ground on 1st down, Edmonds. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They run it here with Edmonds. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Another carry now for Edmonds. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, it's Tua. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Here we go, here we go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
But we know the guys up front have to protect when it's a pass play, but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time, his fellow wide receivers, And they really weren't up to the task there, were they?
Do you like that call on your own side of the field?
I don't mind that call at all, just about anywhere. But the key is you have to have the confidence, and then they have to execute their blocking assignments. Otherwise, you get the end result we just saw there.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on it.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Dolphins.
Oh, what? We didn't get one.
We didn't get one. What are you talking about, Party you made?
They'll go for it with Edmonds. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Yeah,
because you made it for the other group. That's why.
Yeah, see?
Well, Joe's on too, you know.
Things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you?
Well, right now they're kind of. I don't want to say while I'm streaming. Can I mute my broadcast?
Which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 101 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Again, they run with Edmonds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's going to be marked down just...
Right here, click, and he's like, ow, ow. That was perfect timing.
Oh, what are you playing? So, when are you doing your picks? What was that? Oh, tomorrow, wow.
Oh, he's doing it Thursdays now?
Yeah.
Because it's towards the end, isn't it? A month?
There's no Thursday game, that's why.
I don't see why that trend would change now. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for 9. This will be 3rd and 6.
Ooh, that's a 1st and goal, baby. Let's go. I am killing the Bengals right now. Let's get it.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own.
And that's a touchdown by the Dolphins.
Chase Edmonds.
Only if they could do this. It's okay. I'm playing against the Bengals anyway, so I'm winning like 50. What?
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right?
Stop this,
You
Jim.
would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept
And there it
attacking
is.
and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Wait, what? What are you guys talking about?
Following the touchdown to kick.
Speaking of football, I'm winning my game.
What's happening on the return is he'll get this to about the 23. And out now, here come the Bengals.
Oh yeah, the whole Saudi Arabia. Oh god, please don't get me started with that shit.
That deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Burrow's throw going into the hands of Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the...
Yeah, I know, I heard.
Here's Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And he'll be tackled on the other side.
Yeah, and you know, nobody wants Sami Zayn to leave, obviously. He's doing pretty decent for himself, even though I don't like the guy, but you know. So apparently WWE is giving... So apparently WWE, Saudi Arabia is interested in buying WWE. If Saudi Arabia buys WWE, people will leave WWE if that happens. Like Sami Zayn and all them other people.
And the women, probably the women.
Yeah.
Because the women can't do anything.
Yeah.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
I don't know, but now WWE is in a lawsuit right now because of that, so...
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards.
Exactly what I said. They would be stupid. Exactly. They don't want to lose their fan base.
He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
I'm sorry, but if Saudi Arabia buys the thing...
First down, here's Burrow.
What?
That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, coaches always talk about...
I don't care about Saudi Arabia, honestly.
Much more balance than this. Big time run, big time pass.
A 1-2 combination looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they...
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Tell me what you want and I'll get it. I
On
don't have
third down,
145.
Burrow.
No, it's better than me.
Find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is
124.
well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that,
And that's
and
it.
it'll
I'm
bring
going
up
for the
fourth down.
How'd yours taste?
Mine tastes fine even though I'm eating the fat and that's not good for me to have.
Oh, almost picked to the end zone. What is Joe Burrow doing? Being dumb.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
No.
Razor better come soon. I swear.
Oh, there's a fumble. Come on. Seriously?
Did I do that?
No. Oh, God. This running is just trash today.
Oh, my God.
I don't know.
I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say, we were that close to achieving our goal of 0-0.
But as you say,
I didn't want McDonald's. Hell no. Their food sucks butt cheeks.
We already had Wendy's this morning.
Nope. Let's talk about it, niggas.
I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of the drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
Ooh! Was that a pick? No way! Was that really? No! You lying! What is Joe Burrow doing?
Seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean,
What
just
about
watching him work with such
made out
great
of plants?
technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he
I
has
don't
a
know,
chance.
but
He's helping his
that
team
was
in
a
huge way.
that was a pick.
The
Wow.
Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds.
I'm just gonna chew up the clock because this game's probably over anyways.
And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
I'm just gonna throw it because it's 3rd and 4. Hey, there we go. Now we're just gonna run down more of the clock.
First down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect.
So Joe Burrow threw 3 interceptions in my game already.
Preparing for this one, they said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points.
Pretty damn
And
hungry.
my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition.
Now, what were you asking me, Joe?
Dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before,
Oh, I thought you were saying about my game.
after seeing this type of victory from them.
And not a whole lot of room to operate.
I know it is. That's okay.
You thought that was going on.
It's alright. I don't care, honestly.
Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right.
Honestly, I kind of hope next year Madden's like, oh my god, he broke the tackle. And that's the touchdown, basically. Yep.
Another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Oh my goodness gracious.
He got out of 3, maybe 4 tackles there on his way to the end zone.
And a lot of times when you break a tackle or slip a tackle, it actually slows you down. That's
Oh, you're doing basketball tonight?
Make him stop his feet so someone else can get there and tackle him, but not here. He just kept right on going.
What time is basketball tonight?
You want crunchy or soft?
Oh, you're doing all 10 o'clock? I don't know. Surprise me.
Now to add the extra point.
I don't know. I don't know. Let's talk about Philly. I don't know.
Well, if I spend 15 or more, I can get free deliveries. I'm only going to get a lot of food.
5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off
Soft
by the
taco,
Chase
crunchy.
Edmonds
Well,
touchdown.
every time you get crunchy taco, it's all soggy.
I don't know.
So do you want a soft taco?
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you want the chips or do you want the twist?
Give me the twist. It's fine.
To the 26-yard line. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. Where we stand right now in the
Well, basically.
this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted
You don't
wounds,
want
they've
the
had
grilled,
several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about
The
that.
grilled chicken burrito, I'll have it.
Yep, it's fine. Wow, I can't pick any more plays. Come on now. It's ridiculous.
I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This
Hey, get down.
for the rest of the time that they play.
Sit down when you pay yourself.
We'll never be in this type of situation.
So I can't.
5 on the completion.
Oh, because it's in the recent plays. That's why.
Less than a yard.
Oh, in the recent plays for. I don't even know.
Now it's Burrow.
And there was nobody there.
Incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them.
I don't
because
freaking know.
just as you noted,
Why'd they
can
call
sit
you?
Back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety
Makes
of
sense.
coverages.
And this returnable for Hill.
Probably.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's starting.
Yeah, I will. I'm in college again, Doug. So I'm trying to do both at the same time. What?
Now as his big night continues.
Well, college hasn't started yet, but I want to get a head start on it.
Told you.
Second down and another run with Edmonds.
And it's a first. How is that a third? What?
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
And that's the game, folks.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams...
59-27. That is nuts.
Well, all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly. They show up and they show out.
Joe Burrow had 3 interceptions in this game.
Finally get their first win of the season here in week 4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take
That's pretty sad. And Joe Burrow is usually good too, so.
Cincinnati, they'll fall back to